Hey everyone, Susan Campfield here. Oh shoot, I have an echo problem. I was afraid my phone was going to misbehave. One moment here. Let me see if we can get it. Sorry, you can see my hand there. Let's try it now. I think that might be better. All right, that sounds like we've gotten rid of the echo. So sorry about that. How are you doing? I must have accidentally turned the volume up when I clamped it into the stand. So, okay, we're all fixed now. Good evening. Happy Saturday. This is Susan Campfield with SueStampfield.com. Thanks so much for joining me this evening. And sorry for that momentary little hiccup there. Hopefully we have all the mistakes out of the way for tonight, but let's not get too hopeful of that. So tonight we are going to do some creating with the Eden's Garden. The Eden's Garden collection of products are now available to purchase, and these are brand new. They just were released on November 2nd, so this past week. And we're going to play with them again. Some of you might have joined me in the last video. If you haven't, you can catch the replay here on my YouTube channel. We made this super fun WV fun fold card using these products. So something kind of unusual about these products is some of these products are an early purchase opportunity, and that's this Eden's Garden bundle, which is the stamp set and the matching dies. So those can be purchased as a bundle. These will also go into the January through June mini catalog. However, there are some coordinating products that are not available at any other time. These are only available while supplies last. If they make it, they'll be available through, I believe, January 3rd, but they could certainly sell out before then, particularly right now with the crazy shipping thing that's going on. So we've got the gorgeous Eden's Garden Specialty Designer Series paper, which is a 12 by 12 paper that has gold in it. That's what we used on this card. In fact, we're actually going to use this same pattern today. Oh, this one I didn't even bother to do. All right, this is the one that we made last time. Sorry, I didn't even finish that other one. I put the hello there on the front for this one. So this is the Eden's Garden paper. You can see that beautiful gold in there. And then it also comes with a cotton paper, which is a really lightweight, feathery thin paper that you get in both soft succulent and evening evergreen. Both come in the package. Also 12 by 12. And then some gems, the garden gems, which are right here. And so tonight we're not using the cotton paper. Well, I don't think so. Who knows? I might throw some in. I've got some pieces. I've got pretty much my whole desk is covered with Eden's Garden because, oh, I should have grabbed those. I have a class that I'm that starts tonight actually, and so I will be sending out my weekly project sheet newsletter, and that will also have the class announcement in it. It is an online class. You can place a qualifying order and get a packet in the mail to make our four beautiful projects. I'm really excited about this class because I'm collaborating with another demonstrator, one of my besties who lives in Australia. So we're doing a global class. She designed 2 projects, I designed 2 projects, and we are super excited. So if you haven't subscribed yet to my Sue Stampfield emails, if you don't get my project sheets, you're going to want them because it's going out tonight, and this card is going to be not this one. Susan, you keep grabbing the one you didn't finish. The project sheet for this card will be included in that email. So let's see. If you go to my blog, www.suestampfield.com, and click on subscribe, you'll find the subscription there for my project sheets. But let's see, I think I can put this little ticker thing. I don't know, that ticker thing's kind of annoying. Is that annoying? Let's see. I can, let's change it. Make it not a ticker and see. There, we'll put that there. So you can go to that address, SueStampfield.com/subscribe and get all set up for that. So, but tonight we are going to make a another thing. You know what? I will show you the cards for the class at the end of this video. I'm going to grab them right now so don't forget. All right, I got them. Guys, remind me if I try to scoot out of here without doing that. So tonight we're going to make a fun fold card that I had a lot of fun with earlier this summer. Back in July, I did this card. I even did it prior to that, but this is the corner tuck fold card. I don't know if you remember this video. I believe it was called Christmas in July, and I used the Trimmings and Tidings paper and products from the annual catalog. And so this is how this card works. The corner tucks under that little flap, and then you open it up to have the greeting on the inside. So I call it the corner tuck fold. And this particular one, we embossed on the shimmer vellum, but I flipped it over. And so this is the back side of the shimmer vellum, which is not shimmery. If you do it on the front side, it's all one color. But if you flip it over on the back side, you get these white accents. And to me, that looked like snow on pines. And so I also did it with the snowflake. Now, these two dies are the wintry embossing folders. It is a 2-pack. They are available to order right now, but they're on back order. So you can put in your order, and they're not due in until about the end of November, and then they have to be shipped out. So I had a customer reach out that wanted to make these cards, or she'd watched my video and she was interested in these products. And so I looked that up and I saw that we had a back order situation. And so if she wants to do them for this Christmas, that's going to be challenging because she'll get the embossing folders late. And right now with the shipping situation, it's hard to be for those dates to be very reliable. So I did a little playing, and my team knows this, if any of my team are viewing, because we did this on our video on Thursday. So I played around with the same fold, the same papers. These are both from the same pack, the 6x6 Trimmings and Tidings paper. And I used the Evergreen Forest embossing folder, also on the shimmer vellum. This was the Evening Evergreen shimmer vellum. This was the Soft Succulent, and flipped it over so it had the white side. And that is also beautiful. So that is a great workaround if this is a card that you wanted to do for the holidays. But tonight we're going to make this fold, but we're going to use the Evening Evergreen Eden's Garden products because I've been dying to do a Christmas card with them. I do have 2 more to show you doing this fold. This one is also the Tidings and Trimmings suite of products. And then this one is the, I want to say Shaded Summer, but I'm afraid I'm going to be, I was right. The Shaded Summer stamp set. And of course, these were the exclusive dies that were part of their last celebration. So this was one that I had sent out to all of my customers who had ordered with their free catalogs. So let's go ahead and do a little creating with Eden's Garden. I have a lot of paper over here. Oh my goodness. Let's see if I can transfer it over. And we're going to go ahead and start by doing a little bit of cutting. I'm sorry, I clicked away from my comments. And yay, people are here joining me. Happy Saturday, everyone. I hope you are doing well. It is cold and rainy in Southern Oregon. Sorry to hear that. It was absolutely gorgeous day here in, someone used this fold for Peaceful Cabin. Who was that? I zipped right by it. It was Jocelyn. Ooh, that sounds gorgeous. So we're going to go ahead and start by doing a little bit of cutting here. Most of this I already have cut. However, this one, I wanted to show you how to cut it. Not hard really, but it is a little bit of a little different than the norm. So I'm going to put my, what size is this? 3x3 square into my paper trimmer, and I'm going to line up the 2 points with the cutting track. Let me bring that up just a little bit closer so you can see that track. It's just kind of a gap, if you will. So it's pretty easy to line those points up, and then I'm going to put that down, and I'm going to hold my fingers on this guide because I don't want anything moving. And I'm just going to slide the cutting blade up, and that gives me 2 triangles. And then I'm going to repeat that process with my 3x3 square of the Ever Eden Specialty Designer Series paper. Now you can order just this paper. You can order the individual pieces from the collection, or you can get the whole thing with one number. In the class I'm doing, we are using all of the products for the collection. So if you want to do the class, you're probably going to want the stamps and the dies and all the good things so you can recreate the cards. So I don't need these guys. I can save them for another card. The beauty of this card is it's really easy to make two cards. I'm going to switch to my seal. I have the Seal Plus there. Doesn't really matter, but sometimes I make boo-boos, especially when I'm online, and that Seal Plus sticks really good. So I'm going to just line these up. I'm just matching up my points there to start to stick them together. I'm not going to press until I make sure I'm all lined up. Okay, that looks pretty good. It's okay if you're a little bit off. The reason that we're attaching it to cardstock, honestly, this cardstock isn't even going to show. But I like to use the same color as the card base in case I don't get it exactly straight. And then if a little bit shows, it's not a big deal because it's it's kind of hidden because the same color is behind. Does that make sense? The reason I do attach designer paper is I like more heft. The way that the card opens with that tuck is there's a lot of pressure and stress that's put on that piece, and I want it to be really strong. I don't want it to be falling apart on me. So these were two 3x3 squares. This next one is an 8 by 4¼ inch piece that is scored at 2½. So one more time, that is 8 by 4¼ scored at 2½. And I am creasing it really well on that 2½ inch score so that it lays somewhat flat. And so this corner piece is going to go in the corner. What a shocker, right? You guys figured that out. So I'm going to grab my dimensionals and I'm going to put a dimensional in each corner here. I love this paper too. It is so gorgeous. And this particular pattern, I think, is, even though this stamp set and dies are not made for Christmas, they certainly, especially this paper, I think has a very Christmassy feel to it when you add the right products with it because of that rich green and that gold. So I have now attached my corner and I've popped it up on dimensionals. And I put a dimensional here, here, and here. I put no dimensionals here because that has to be open so that our piece can tuck inside, right? So we're going to grab another piece of this designer paper and make this side pretty too. So this is a 1 inch by 4 inch piece. I chose the same pattern. You could mix it up certainly. And I think you could do this card with some of the other patterns in the soft succulent. And I think it would also, depending on the greeting and what you add, could also have a Christmassy flair to it. All right, so I have my base of my card. Let's do a little bit of stamping. I'm going to bring in this piece. Sorry, I distracted myself because I just realized I'm missing a piece of cardstock. Dang. All right, that's okay. I have a paper trimmer. I have cardstock. It's all good. So what I have here is a 2 3/4 by white and a 2 7/8 by 2 7/8. Hi, Deborah from New South Wales, Australia. Thank you for joining us this evening, or actually, is it morning for you? Probably, maybe afternoon. I'm going to just quickly cut my other piece. All right, so I have a 3x3 of Evening Evergreen. I have a 2 7/8 by 2 7/8 of Cherry Cobbler. That's bringing in a little bit of Christmas there. And I have a basic white that's 2 3/4 by 2 3/4. And I'm going to grab this gorgeous stamp from this set. Now, we did use that on the last video. When we did, I almost grabbed the wrong card again. When we did this card, I love using this stamp because I love the soft textures on here. This is a distinctive stamp, so it's made to get lights and darks. All right, so I've got that inked up, and that's an evening evergreen. Now, when you ink this one up, you do tend to get some, a lot of dark around the edges, not only in the outside edges, but also in the outside of the leaves. If you don't like that, I personally do, but if you don't like that, you can take your blending brush and you can soften those edges down a little bit and add some more color with your blending brushes. Let's see what that looks like. I did not do that on my original play with this card, but what the heck, let's try it. A lot of this is going to be covered up, but that's all right. I'm going to stamp it not in the center as much as a little bit towards the top, so that by doing that blending brush, that just softened it down a little bit. You can see this one was a little bit bolder and had more ink around the sides. So it really depends. It's really personal preference on what you like. So I'm going to go ahead. Can I go ahead and layer this on? Sure I can. Making sure I'm not forgetting any steps. All right, so our 2 3/4 by 2 3/4 goes right on our 2 7/8 by 2 7/8. The reason I thought of this stamp set was because this card is a square. So images that are good in a square work well with this fold. I also thought of it because that person reached out to me and asked, and I thought, oh, this would be a good one for Eden's Garden. Let's give that a go. And I've really been wanting to do a Christmas version of with this set. All right, so again, you know, if it's hard for you to do these 1/8 increments, you can certainly make those bigger and make those a 1/4 inch. I felt this card looked more attractive with just a hint of cherry cobbler, so that beautiful evening evergreen can kind of steal the show. But we're going to add just a touch more of that in. Let's bring in some more dies here. So we're done with our stamping, and I can even go ahead and stick this on now. This time I am going to bring out the Seal Plus. I could certainly use the seal as well. I think it'd be fine, but I'm going to go with a little bit heftier because this is going to be tucked under that corner and it is going to get some wear and tear. So I'm going to, hey Barbara, you're catching me live. That's awesome. I'm only going to put adhesive on the left. If I put adhesive all over, I'm going to glue my card shut, and that will make me sad. So I'm only going to put it on the one side. I can run 2 strips, kind of overlap them a little bit. Got actually plenty of space there. And we'll adhere that to the side. So now we've got that tucking feature to hold our card closed. But we get to do the fun part now. We get to do the decorating. So I'm going to bring in some more dies. Let's go back to our Eden dies. And these are all the dies that come in the pack. Now, if you take the class, well, we use all of them in the class, but this one we really had a lot of fun with. And wait till you see Linda's brilliant things she came up with for that. But these are the dies in the set. We're going to use this one, and we're going to use this one, and we're going to use this one for this card. So I've already cut that cool label with the gold. We use this a lot in the class too because gorgeous. Now with this label, when I made this card, I centered the stamped image and I centered the label. I can't do it on this one because I'm using this longer label. I could if I'd used a shorter word, but since my label is going to stick over, if I had it too high, it's going to run into that corner, and that's going to be a problem. So I want to have it down near the bottom. And then I'm going to build my bouquet. I've already got the base of my bouquet here, and I'm going to add on here, add some more layers. So I have this die. I struggled in the class on what to call this when I filmed my video for the class. I guess, and even when I was writing up the the tutorial for this other card. So I ended up calling it the Small Oval Berry Wreath because these to me look like little berries. It's not, it's really a square, it's really almost a rectangle, but it is certainly smaller than this large oval. So hopefully that makes sense. And what we did on this card and what we're doing on this card is we're going to just use a portion of this. I discovered early on with this die that my favorite thing to do was cut it into parts so that I could maximize what I've die cut. I am a lazy crafter. It's true, I am. And so if I can find any shortcuts, I will take them. So I found that I could cut off the top and bottom. Now, if you subscribe to my Sue Stampfield project sheets, you're going to get a photo of how I cut this apart in that project sheet. So no worries. But I cut basically the top and bottom of the oval. Those are two pieces. And then I cut the two sides apart, and there are very easy, oops, I got a little divot in there still. There are very easy breaks in here. I chose spots where there was only one, oh, come on, camera, focus, where there was only one little connector piece that I could easily snip apart. So I can actually make, I'm going to use 2 of these on my card, which means I can make 3 cards with 1 oval. So I'm going to set those aside. I'm going to use these 2 guys right here. And then I also pre-die cut the 2 leaves, two I don't know, branches. I guess they're more than 1 leaf. It's a little branch there. And so I did 2 of those also in the gold. And then I stamped a greeting. I stamped the words Season's Greetings from this stamp set, the Merriest Moments stamp set. If you joined me a few weeks ago, we did these cards with this gorgeous stamp set and bundle. And we're using the words Season Greeting on the outside, and we're going to use a Joyful Christmas to You and Yours on the inside. And so I already stamped this. This is stamped on a piece of basic white that is a 1/2 inch wide. You can even go a teensy bit smaller than a 1/2 inch if you want a little bit of gold to show. The length on this one is 2 5/8, I think. I'm going to double check. Again, if 1/8 inches drive you nuts, you can change it up. Yeah, it's 2 5/8. So 1 notch more than a 1/2 inch if you're math challenged like I am. Not my favorite thing. But card math is different. Card math I can do. All right. Just going to add a little bit of seal on here. And that's going to go right into my label. Right there. So got the cherry cobbler. And again, that's going to go near the bottom because I don't want it to interfere with my corner. So I'm going to add my Sprigs and Decorations here. And I think the best way for me to do that on this card, we just put some adhesive down and stuck it on. But for this one, since I need it low and I want to pay attention to where I'm placing it, I'm going to go with glue dots because glue dots are always easy to get the adhesive exactly where you want it. Don't have to worry about a liquid adhesive that's going to go somewhere you didn't want it to go, or a tape runner that gets all over the place. So we're going to stick that there. So I was at stopped at one of our local grocery stores today, and they had these beautiful Christmas planters out with all these pines and red berries and whatnot. And I was like, oh, I need to do a Christmas card with Eden's Garden. So I've got those down, just using, again, some glue dots there. And we're going to go back to the glue dots. So I love the versatility of these products, that you can use them for more than just one event. It's really versatile. If you like leaves, and who doesn't, right? Nature is wonderful. And it can be wedding and sympathy, birthday, whatever. It can go with for a lot of different things. All right, got our little sprigs of cherry cobbler berries and our gold leaves, which are kind of, that's bringing in that Christmas feel, right? And then we're going to add our beautiful label right across the lower portion there. I am going to pop that up on dimensionals. I'm going to go with 2 dimensionals for that. And then we're going to add the gems. And I don't think we're going to add ribbon to this card. I'm not committing because you all know me and I really love my ribbon. But I honestly, with all that beautiful gold, I don't know that it needs it. And I know a lot of my customers struggle with bow tying. And so when you're working for the holidays, maybe you want to make your life a little easier and forego on the ribbon. And this card is so pretty with the gold accents. I don't know that we need it, but we need some bling. So let's bring in those pretty garden gems that are part of this suite. They come with these beautiful marquee stones, which are like stunning, but we're actually going to use these other ones that are they're cherry cobbler with some iridescent green, and so they're just perfect for this card. There's a larger and a smaller, and so we're going to pop this in right here. And I usually work in 3s. Now we could do 2 small and 2 medium, or we could do no, 2 small and 1 medium, or we could do 2 medium and 1 small. Apparently, I happened to grab the 2 medium and 1 small. Doesn't matter. You can use them interchangeably on the different cards to bring that in. Now, if you wanted to add a little bit of greenery to this, you absolutely could. I just happen to have, as I said, I've got Eden's Garden all over my desk because I've been having so much fun getting ready for this class and just designing up a storm. So I have this cut from the paper, and it's the cotton paper, excuse me, which is very feathery, and it kind of can even, I'm trying to get it to kind of curl up here a little bit because it just adds an extra dimension. You know what? I can't resist. I think I need to throw a piece right in here. That might be a little too curly. Let's see if I can uncurl it here. You know how they have that curling ribbon? Oh yeah, that worked. So I can curl it down just a little bit, and I think I'm just going to add a little bit of greenery. What do you guys think? Is it overkill? I don't know. I'm going to go for it. We'll see what we think. I'm going to get another little snippet though, because I feel like if I'm going to add some there, I need another piece here. Actually, I might just do this shorter one. I kind of like that. Let's just do one shorter one. So this one, I'm going to have to tuck it under the label because this is where I'm adding this ad hoc after the fact. This was not my original design. And that's why stamping is so much fun, right? It's fun to just change it up a little bit. Go, oh, it needs a little something, something, and add it. So tuck that in. It's sticking to me really well. So it's going to stick really well to my card a bit. Okay. I don't know. What do you guys think? Is that Bonnie B says, I like the greenery added. Jean says, go for it. Awesome. You guys rock. All right. So we've got a little bit of, just a little smidge of the green. Okay. So now we've used all the products. Yay. Those of you that know me and follow my videos know that I really like embellishments a lot. So I hope you'll bear with me because I'm going to add another embellishment to this card. We talked about the garden gems and how they come in this collection. But I wanted to let you know that the gilded gems work beautifully with these products. These are in the annual catalog. There's a small, medium, and large of these gems, and they are just gorgeous with this. So I'm really going to bring in the fancy schmancy Christmas here by adding 2 of the biggest gilded gems right there on my label, just to add an extra level of fanciness to our beautiful Christmas card. And we're almost done. We're just going to do an inside greeting. We have to have our inside message, right? So I'm going to grab, again, another stamp from the Merriest Moments stamps. This is a perfect size for a square card like this. I love to hand make cards for friends and family and my team members. I always do a exclusive team card. But I don't write a lot on the inside because I spend a lot of time on the cards. So I really like cards where there's just enough room to sign my name and I don't have to sign anymore. I'm going to flip this over because I got a smudgy, you guys. I got a little blob. Probably one of my lovely Whippet dogs left a little hair somewhere in my ink pad. They like to do that. Let's see. Oh, there. That's better. Thank you. For good thing paper has two sides, right? So we're just going to go ahead and adhere this onto the cherry cobbler. Now this is the same size as the layer on the front. So 2 3/4 by 2 3/4 and 2 7/8 by 2 7/8. And then I'm going to open up the inside of the card here. And this is going to go inside. I do, however, want to make sure that it's not going to show when the card is open or is closed. And I don't think it will. So as long as I get it in the center, I should be all right. It is a little bit smaller than that piece, but I'm just going to double check it before I press it down. That looks pretty good. So there we have our Christmas version using the Eden's Garden suite of products. So we used the beautiful Ever Even 12 by 12 specialty designer paper. We used a teeny bit of the Ever Eden cotton paper, and then we used the Eden's Garden stamp set, and of course the Eden dies all over the place, and made our pretty Christmas card. So thank you so much. It's very sparkly and very holiday-ish, right? Thanks so much for joining me tonight, everyone. I hope you have a great rest of your Saturday. Oh, I almost forgot. Would you like to see the projects that we're making for the class? Because I would love to show them to you. See, I knew I would almost forget if I wasn't careful. So this class, oh, wait, I'm missing something. Hang on. I see it. Yes, I'm tripping over things. It is a true story. So for this class, we are making the perfect thing for the holidays because this can be a gift, or you can keep it for yourself. That's okay too. So we are making some beautiful cards. Of course, they come with envelopes. This is beautiful, soft, succulent card. We've got some embossing. If you get the class packet, you get a packet with everything cut and ready. All the die cutting and embossing is done for you. You'll need to add your own stamped images. And we're doing this beautiful card. This one was designed by Linda. Got a vellum circle here, which adds a really soft, beautiful touch to the card. Love these. This die is just so awesome, you guys. You can see we used it, I think, on we used it on all 4 projects. So that's the second card. This one is, yes, these are my class for my Eden's Garden specialty class that I'm doing with a demonstrator, Linda Dalkey from Australia. This one is called a Joy Fold card. So it opens up like that. So it's a fun fold. And then we've got these feathery cotton paper pieces on the side. Now you can purchase the class by placing a qualifying order and getting the packet, or you can purchase the tutorial. This one, of course, does have those beautiful marquee gems on them. And then our 4th project is actually a box. So all of the cards can go, let's see, I'm going to put this one on top. All the cards can go right in this beautiful box. We are going to decorate it with the large die. It fits perfectly. And then, of course, we have a stunningly gorgeous tag. Linda also designed the box, and I absolutely love it. We designed a tag, or she did, I should say, that just slides right over the end of the box with some of this gorgeous evening evergreen ribbon. You can adjust it so that it's to one side so that the card inside shows. You can have different card on top, and you've got a gift that is ready to give for Christmas, where you can customize each card to give. Or, you know what, you can keep the cards and put something else fun in this box. You could put some chocolates in there. Jewelry fits in a lot of different things. Some tea bags, you could use that and gift the box and keep the cards. So your choice. So that is the Eden's Garden specialty class that will be advertised or coming out tonight. All the details for that class will be in my project sheet email that will be coming out at some point this evening or the wee hours of the morning. Thank you so much for letting me share this fun fold with you and this gorgeous suite of products. Take care, everyone, and have a great rest of your evening, and have a good weekend. Bye-bye.